Alright folks, so this is day 155 for the year. It is Saturday morning and I just got done making me another short video. This time I made a double bacon. Let's see if you can see some of that bacon in there. Oh yeah, there's some. Double bacon, double turkey bacon, turkey burger, and double cheese. I got a piece of Swiss on there and a piece of sharp cheddar. I air fried the bacon, and then I air fried the turkey burgers separately. And it was good. It's real good. Of course, it's better grilled, but when you want something and you don't feel like going outside and you want to tend to the house or whatever, the air fryer works just fine. It gets the job done, and it gives the burgers a different flavor from the smoked burgers all the time. I'm telling you, it is worth it. That is the Aldi's brand turkey burger, and they do a good job on theirs. They really do. Ooh, hot. I'm hungry. I did a two-made yesterday, and it is already 12:33 p.m. so it is after lunch, and this is my first meal of the day. Is this one turkey burger. Trying my best to get back on track. When I say get back on track, I've still stuck to my window. So I'm still used to, gosh, not eating after 4 or after 6. But like yesterday, it was around 4:30 when I ate my last meal. But I give myself till 6 to eat that last meal now. But I've been eating like 3 times a day, and sometimes a few snack items. So what I mean by getting on track is doing an OMAD or a 2-med and no snacking in between. Combining that with the Pollotarian diet that I'm doing now should render results. But I can tell you this, with eating 3 times a day plus a few small snacks, nothing over the top now. When I'm saying small snacks, I mean like maybe 100 to 150 calorie snacks, like one of those small containers full of Pringles, something like that. Because you can't overdo it. You can't overdo it on any diet. I don't care what you're doing. So you have to be careful and a little mindful of your calorie intake. But I have stayed consistent. Eating 3 meals a day is the good news. I'm still hovering at 270. Excuse me, 273. So I'm hoping, by doing an OMAD and a 2MAD combined with the Pollotarian, like I said, it will render results. There you go, Aki. Boy, he inhaled that. But anyway, the day is still early. We will talk to you in a little while. Alright folks, so just like that, it is the end of the day once again, and I'm having to sit here with some afterthoughts. We run to town like we do on the weekends, and while we were out getting something to eat for my daughter, we stopped by the Sonic drive-in. The Sonic is pretty reasonable price food, and they have grilled chicken options there, so I'm liking that. And today I didn't get the wrap like I have the previous couple of weekends. I got the grilled chicken sandwich there today, and with no regrets either. That thing was really good. It had lettuce, tomato, and mayo on it, and of course I got some onion rings. I had to, right? So I got that, and I ate that while I was on the go. The sandwich and the onion rings, and we had a few other errands to run and pick up a few things, because like I said yesterday, I was running late on getting supplies for the weekend, so I had to run in and get a few other things. So we decided to my wife decided to she wanted to go to McDonald's and get a caramel frappe. It's like this coffee drink with these tiny little chunks of ice in it if you've never had one, and they put whipped cream and caramel over the top. It's a sweet coffee drink is what it is. So I decided, why not? I'll get one too. Now all this was before 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it is 6:45 current time, and I haven't eaten anything since, and don't plan on eating anything else the rest of the day. I had the double bacon, double turkey burger this morning with double cheese on it. That was a good bit of calories. That was about maybe 500 calories in itself, and not sure what a caramel frappe has for the calorie amount. But the chicken sandwich was a pretty healthy option, the grilled chicken. And the onion rings ain't the healthiest option out there, I know, but they got cornmeal on them. I think they're slightly healthier than French fries, maybe not by much, but I don't care. I'm not counting any of that stuff. I'm not counting calories. I'm just doing 2MAD as of lately, and all that counts for me for my 2MAD for the day. Excuse me. But yeah, it was an interesting day. Now I'm at home, finally relaxing the way I wanted to yesterday. Still got to go feed supper to my son. I fed him 2 turkey burgers this morning with cheese on them. just a single patty, in 2 separate buns. Two burgers. I cooked them the same way for him. I actually did his first and got him situated before I made my own. And my wife and my daughter were both sleeping in at that time, so I got to eat that meal at home, which is a good money saver always. But she had not eaten nothing, and I wanted to participate with them while they were eating, so I didn't want to be left out or feel like the stick in the mud. So I went ahead and ate my second meal with them, and when they get ready to eat again, I will not be eating. But usually by the time we get home, everybody kind of fixes their own food and does their own little thing separately from one another anyway. So that's good. That's just family time. That's the way I do family time with them. And my son, he always, stays home for the ride. He prefers being here. Tracy, my friend that lives with us, usually watches over him while we're gone. So we're lucky to have an extra hand in the house to help out with our unique and specific situation. And I thank God for him being here and his extra help, that's for sure. But anyway, I tried to make a short video out of my bacon turkey burger this morning. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. I may or may not release it, depending on how it's going to look. But that is life. I mean, sometimes things work out, sometimes things don't. I don't particularly have to release a short every day. I don't plan on doing that every single day, but definitely pretty often I will be doing those. So don't look out for that every day, y'all. That's just a side and separate project. But to me, I like the longer videos. I like to run my mouth. I like talking to all of y'all willing to listen to what I have to say and give me feedback on things, and I do appreciate it. The other day, I had a subscriber, and he sent me, you had to go to my main YouTube page and look at it. He sent me a banner. He made and created me a banner and sent it to me in an email. It was a banner. It had a latch key in the middle of it. It had a tag on it that said Latchkey Gen Xer, that was wrote an ink pen on it, and it was pretty epic, actually. Pretty epic little graphic design that he done there. And he also off to the side of the banner put like some pics of like the 70s and 80s and vehicles in a neighborhood similar to what I grew up in. Believe it or not, I always didn't live in the country. I used to live in a double cul-de-sac neighborhood. Well, actually it was a triple. I lived in a triple cul-de-sac neighborhood until I was about 13 years old. So I grew up in that type of environment. I was the kid, who was the latchkey kid, and I came home. I was the first one to unlock the door. I wore a key around my neck, and that's why my camera is so important to me, because I call it my latchkey cam. And the purchase of the camera is actually what helped me come up with a name for my channel, which is awesome. It just reflects on me as a person and who I am and who I've become within this past 5 or 6 months. And let's see, I'm trying to remember what his channel handle name was. Hold on just a second, let me dig back into my videos here and find it. I think it was here. yeah, he comments to my channel a good bit. If you look into my comment sections, you'll see him in there. He's got one video where he's showing an old muscle car, looks like from the 70s. I can't remember what it was. But the name of this guy is Alex Bones. You see him in my comment section, show him some love. He done me an awesome favor by making that graphic design banner. And the one video upload that he did is of a 1965 Pontiac GTO convertible, and it is beautiful inside and out. The engine, everything about it is perfect. It's an awesome car. Awesome car. It's his one video. He put it out over a year ago. Go show him some love and tell him Latchkey sent you. You can find him in my comment sections on my videos. Alex Bones. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that banner. I love it. It is epic, and I'm never changing it. Unless you make a better one than that one. But I actually made 3 of them, so I had 3 choices. So I guess technically I could change them up from time to time and use the different ones. One of them included Pollotarianism, which is what I'm doing that right now with the Pollotarian diet. I'm like the only one on YouTube doing that right now. Only one. But, you know, it's been around since the 70s, you know. A lot of vegans used to convert to chicken only to still be able to have a meat, and they started the whole Pollotarian thing back then. Sometime I read up on it a little bit. I can't remember all the exact details, but my reasoning was different. I was having sensitivities to red meat. I don't know if it's from the ticks that I've talked about a million times. I don't want to go into that again. There's a certain allergy brought on by Lone Star ticks, and you all know that I have a hobby where I do metal detecting, and I have picked up plenty of ticks over the years, so that could be it. Or like Dr. Eric Berg, one of the most popular doctors on YouTube with 1 million or so subscribers, you know, talked about, you know, some of the difficulties that I've been experiencing, like the anxiety and the sleeplessness and different things that I was having through red meat by ingesting too much what he called heme iron, which is brought on by beef and pork. So it could be just as simple as that and not a tick allergy, but it could. But either way, it was a problem, and in the past 2.5 weeks that I've been doing this, I haven't had those issues, not one time, not at all, not at all. And that is just okay with me. So I've eaten a lot of chicken and a lot of turkey, and luckily with ground turkey I can make all sorts of different meals that anyone else can normally have, and it's not, when you're doing it that way, you don't really miss the red meat quite so much, but you definitely miss the steaks. But I didn't eat a lot of those anyway, because let's be honest, I can't afford them. I can't afford them. But there is one product that's made by poultry that I think on the grill that I have not done yet is second best to a steak. In fact, I know it is. I've had it, and I guarantee a lot of you have never even tried it, or have probably at least seen it on the grocery store shelves, but never even thought about buying it. And a lot of you probably have tried it. But yeah, I'll be making a grilling video of those soon, because it is something similar but different to what I've been having. It is very different in taste, flavor, and texture. But I will tell you that much about it. But it is poultry. So yep, got all that going on. And in fact, you know, I was just talking about Alex Bones. I'm just going to go ahead and drop a link to his channel here. And y'all go on his one video there and you tell him I sent you. Maybe we can inspire him to make more videos. The guy leaves great comments. I really appreciate his comments and his input. He does things a lot different than I do. He's kind of on the lines of BC's wife, Big Country's wife, Angie. He does a lot of long day really long fasts, you know, of days in a row before he does his refeed. So Mr. Alex Bones, you do have things in common with at least one person I know of on this channel that I respond back and forth with all the time, and I'm pretty sure if you check out her channel as well, I will leave a link to it in the comment section as well. Denying to live, meaning denying herself food to help her be healthy in order to live longer. I'm assuming that's the message behind her channel handle. But yes, I think the two of you would have a lot in common in that aspect of how you do your fasting and your weight loss. So yeah, definitely leave those two links down there so y'all can check each other out, or anyone else who is interested and willing to you know, learn about who the two of you are, which is great. I think I've never give Angie a shout out before on my channel, so this is a good opportunity to shout you both out at the same time, since you have something in common. Well, you have two things in common. Y'all got me and I got y'all, and I do appreciate it. But yeah, I really don't have much else for today. I hope this is going to be at least a 10-minute video. I'm gonna cut it here, and if I have anything else to add, I will come back. If not, until tomorrow, you folks have a good one.